Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome for the first time, and I really appreciate you visiting. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs, and I have a couple of things that we need to talk about. I have an exciting announcement. Well, I think it's exciting about shipping, and we're going to make these little Rolodex sort of tab cards. One's a hidden paper clip. I showed these on my Instagram and someone asked about doing a little tutorial for them, and so yep, I thought I would. Now, shall we talk about the shipping first? I don't want to go on. I could have done a script so it's really succinct, but anyway, I have worked out that I can ship to the US. I've set up my account and everything. The way I'm going to do it is there'll be no charge to the receiver at the other end. I will just have to add a little bit more on to my shipping price. I'm now shipping like as a business, not as sort of just someone kind of sneaking something through the whole gift system, so that will increase the charges a little bit. Obviously, if anything comes back, invoices back to me as being way less than what I've put on, although they've set pretty clear guidelines about what it's going to cost, I will refund any charges. I'm really rethinking Etsy at this stage, and I'm just going to give my Ko-fi page a little bit more attention and see if I can sell with PayPal through that. I mean, I know I don't have a very huge retail kind of business going on here. It's a very, very small business, if you even want to call it that. I think some people laugh when I say that, but yeah, I still do sell my journals. I sell a few junk journal supplies, and I want to continue doing that. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe Ko-fi or just through my YouTube channel and Instagram at this stage, just to keep costs down really, because I know Etsy are expensive in some ways, although they are super convenient. They have a great lot of foot traffic that obviously my own Ko-fi page doesn't have, but that's okay. I mean, if things take much longer to sell, you know, that's probably a good thing. I'm such a slow maker. It'll give me time to maybe put more things in my shop. So okay, so amazing news. I'm so happy that I've sorted it. It's taken me a lot of sort of time to get it sorted, and I'm pretty happy with what I've organized. So yeah, that's exciting. So I will have a journal up for sale. This beauty will be for sale now, and it will be available to anyone who would like it. I will estimate the shipping, so you can either contact me via my email, which is down below, or you can message me on Instagram or Facebook. All my details are below in the description box. So if you're interested in this journal, just contact me. I haven't actually fixed a price yet, but I can let you know. But if I don't hear from anyone in the next sort of few days, I will put it up in my Ko-fi shop, and we'll just see how it goes. I'm just not going to be in a rush. I'm not going to stress about it. I haven't been around for a while. I caught a cold after a trip to Auckland for my birthday, so that was like right at the end of August. And honestly, today, and yes, you know, the last 3 days, the first 3 days, I've kind of felt like I'm actually better. Yeah, I'm still coughing a little bit, so you'll have to excuse that. I will try and edit all of that out because it's not very nice to listen to. I was going to do a voiceover, but I thought I would sit here and chat with you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so I was given this amazing Rolodex from my friend Barb with all these cool Rolodex cards on it, and so I'm wanting to use them, and they're cool little they're just cool little things, to pop in a journal just on their own, because you can write on them, and they're, you know, they're plain on one side but writing on the other. So I really like them, trying to use them. And actually there is another video of me decorating little Rolodex cards. If you don't have these, I mean, you can just use a piece of cardstock this size, or you know, any size really, and actually punch a hole in it, sort of kind of along the lines of like a library card sort of style of thing. You could just cut something down and put a hole in it, and it would have the same kind of thing. The other thing you can do is kind of look out for one of these sort of punches. I kind of acquired this one, or I purchased it, but it was second hand, and this can give you a bit of a look like a Rolodex card, I guess. So yeah, there's that option. And then of course there's probably dies out there that you could buy pretty cheaply as well, or you could just use, like I said, you could just use a card. These are really super simple. I've embossed some paper and sort of done some paint and ink and stuff on it, so it's sort of looking really pretty. I've got some music paper, which is actually Christmas music paper. I've got some little flowers. These are Tim Holtz ones. These are just cheapies from, I don't know, the local craft shop. Bit of lace and stuff. So yeah, let's give it a go. So I'm going to make one that is a paper clip, a hidden paper clip. And actually you could put 2 paper clips in here. I just used one and I think it was adequate, so I'm going to do that again. So I'm trying to remember how I did it. Oh, I just put it on. See, I must have used more than one. So I put one like that, and then I put another one on the back like that. So there's like 3 layers, which makes it quite thick. You could just do it like this and have the paper clip showing on the back. And then when it went on a page, you could have it so it showed like a paper clip and clip something else on the back of there. I'll do it like I did the other one. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to decorate it, I think. I'll decorate it first and then glue it all together. It's been a while since I did a video, so, you know, bear with. Right, how is everybody? I hope you guys are all well. I'm going to put Christmas up there because I like it. I hope you're well. Today is pretty much, give or take, the first day of spring. Like, we've just had the equinox, and so that's when the day and the night are exactly the same length, apparently. I always thought the first day of spring was, you know, the first of, you know, is the beginning of September, but actually technically it is not. Okay, so we've got a bit of Christmas paper, and then I'm going to tear some of this. This is like a watercolor paper. Like, obviously I want to see Christmas because otherwise I would just, but you could just use any old music paper, obviously. So this is going to go down this side, just a little torn piece of paper, embossed paper. So yeah, I went for a walk this morning, absolutely glorious. No, I put it up on my Instagram actually as a story, but no wind, warm. I could have worn shorts, but I didn't want to get my legs out for people to see. Not that there's many people around, but you know, I'm not quite ready. Okay, and then choose a stamp. I think I'm going to use this one. And underneath the stamp, you could use anything. I just happen to have, this is the back of a scrapbook paper. I believe it's a 49er market. If it's not, it's a Minte. And actually I have backed these, which I wouldn't have done if I'd known I was going to do more of these. But anyway, I'm going to cut one. So So yeah, so it's going to be quite bulky because I've backed this as well, and it's actually cardstock. So yeah, I wouldn't have done that with the other ones. That's going on there. She's going to go on there. And then I want to use some of this, I think, somehow. I'm just going to cut it. This one's been kind of cut up quite a lot anyway, so I'm not going to, let's just see where we would like that to go. Yep, that will do, I think. And there. So yes, I have my door open. This is the first time I've crafted with my door open. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but if you can, you'll be able to hear the tuis. There's a lot of tuis around at the moment, and we have this particular tree. It's got these little red flowers in it. We don't know what kind of tree it is. Neither of us are particularly knowledgeable botanists. And I don't know, maybe a week ago we saw so many tuis in that tree, and they must have been maybe getting nectar or something out of the little red flowers. They're tiny. And so I quickly got my bird feeder that I put the syrup in. Now I wish I had inked that, but I haven't, but that's okay. I went and got my bird feeder and made up some syrup, and I've put it in the tree, and I did see one or two go for it, but I haven't really seen a lot of them go for it since, which is a shame. Okay, so a little bit of lace, or I mean, you could maybe you could put some netting under there if you don't want it so bulky. This is quite bulky. I wonder if yeah, but they're noisy birds, and they're actually quite aggressive to each other. You see them all the time, like just having a go. But anyway, it's lovely having the birds and having my door open. I don't know, it's wonderful. I've inked that. So you could make this out of anything really, a piece of ledger or just anything, and then just cut this sort of shape with the little divots out the side. I mean, I just used a hole punch to do that. I mean, they were already there, but that's how I cut it out. Or you could use an original ticket if you have an original ticket. So yeah, these are obviously Christmassy themed. So there we go, and quite neutral. That one is very neutral. So now I'm going to, I think I'll glue the stamp. So we've been doing a little bit of exterior painting, and that is basically, you know, when we first did the studio and we took the big door out and we put windows in, and we haven't painted, it's been sitting there waiting to be painted for a long time, let's say that. And so we finally did it. So we finished that yesterday, and it's not perfect because the part where the door was doesn't have the house has got that kind of concretey stuff on it. I don't know how you explain it, like a plastery, it's like stones. And so there's part of the wall that doesn't have that. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it is all the same colour, and it looks a lot smarter than it did. It was looking very messy. So I want to glue this on. I've moved the chickens as well, my 2 chickens, because they were where they were, I think it was near the wood pile, and I think there were quite a lot of rats and rodents coming through into their area, and I was really concerned about that. But also it's under a tree and a whole lot of birds live in that tree, and I think their droppings were making my chickens not well. So we've moved them further down and they seem very happy there, and I'm hoping they will start laying again, but I don't know, we will see. Right, some more art glitter glue, and quite a lot of it, because again, like I said, that's quite bulky, that tatting under there. Go. And actually I used a rusty staple, and actually wish I'd done that before I glued it down, but that's okay, we don't need to, because we're gonna cover the back. Let's just see if my stapler works. Nope, not this time. Okay, so yeah, that's what happens if you put rusty staples in your stapler. One side's worked, but it won't come out of the thing. That's all right, we will fix it. Okay, let's see if I fixed it. Maybe not, maybe. Yes! Woo! There we go, all that just for a rusty staple, but anyway, that's just what I wanted to do. Okay, so now let's make this one the altered paper clip. Now I'm going to have the paper clip sticking out a little bit here because I'm going to dangle something from it. So now I'm going to glue this onto here, but I'm going to tape this. Excuse my squeaky chair, it's just done that ever since it kind of got in the flood. It's never really recovered. Or maybe I'm just getting heavier. There is that. So yeah, I'm going to staple that, glue that, stick that with the tape. I'm just thinking now, have I done that right? Yes. And then this one's going to go over there. Yep, that's how I'm going to do it. Right, and now I'm going to glue this onto here. I'm going to ink it first, right around the edge. So let's glue that one on first. Might just take a little bit of that tape off. I don't want it to be peeking out at us. I don't know if I'll be able to. It's really sticky. I'll just... It's really hard to make. I feel like it's really hard, and if you guys can tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I could do to make these hidden paper clips without actually seeing the paper clip through the paper. At the front it's not going to be as visible, but on the back, even when I pop this on, you're going to see the shape of the paper clip through the card. I mean, does it matter? Probably not, not really. So heaps of glue. For this. Pop this on here. Okay, press that down nice and firmly. either side. So I really like it. It's very neutral, but yeah, I really like it. So again, I can't, okay, so I can't tape over that because that's the bit that's going to slide onto the, maybe I have done this wrong. Oh, I see, and then maybe I can't remember how I did it. I need to cover that as well. So that has 2 layers. And then I can, yep, okay, so I'm going to do that. I am going to tape that. Yes. I don't know if this is how I did it last time, but this is how I'm doing it this time. Tape that there. And then I'm going to glue this onto here. And then, yep, that will be the bit that slides onto the page. Okay. Yeah, so I think that'll be nice. So again, I actually might use glue stick on the middle here. Lots of it. And then the art glitter glue for the rest of it. I've been doing Amy from Crafty Cat's 50 stack challenge, and this is what I made for one of those. It was, goodness me, what was it? I don't know what one I made it for. But yeah, I made one of these, or a couple of these, and I'm up to date, and it's very rare for me to be doing a challengey type thing like that and be up to date, so I'm pretty stoked with myself. But yeah, I haven't really been doing much else because I'm not been feeling all that amazing, to be fair, and I just have been resting and trying to get better and sort out the whole postage scenario, because that was really bugging me and I felt like there's got to be a way, and there was, so that was good. You just have to put your mind to something sometimes and ask the questions and talk to the right people and just be determined. I mean, that's pretty much how I've done everything to do with Pixie K Designs. I mean, I have really no idea most of the time what I'm doing, and especially when it comes to a lot of the technical stuff. Now, what I think I did with the other one, because this is a little bit wobbly and I don't like that, I got some glue and just secured just along this edge here, just to stabilize that a little bit. And there we have it. Except for this, I want to put a little dangle on there, so we'll do that. Trying to use what I have. So this is an old necklace that I took apart. It was like a rosary necklace type thing. So there's that, and then we can just pop a little Tim Holtz gem on the bottom. I can find where that opens. I think it's time to have my go to the optometrist and have my prescription sorted, redone, so to speak, because I think I might need a stronger prescription just for this close-up stuff. Here we go. And since this journal is sitting here, my Christmas one is somewhere, but let's just have a look at this one. So if we slide this on, there we go. It looks really cool. We've got this little bit of dangly bit coming out the side, and the back is plain, so that could be decorated up however you want. Like it could just have some music if you wanted it to be just decorative. I mean, it could be written on, or we could, you know, put some lace or something on it. But I've done nothing at this stage, more just focused on the front. So let's do another one, if you'll bear with me. So basically I'm going to do this pretty much the same again. Just wondering whether this is really very Christmassy music. And some more of this. Definitely want. I really like this embossing folder, and just with the paint and sort of ink effect on it. I mean, you could actually get your gold ink. I've done that too before. Get some gold ink, which is, this is just a Versacolor gold. And just lightly go over. Give it a bit of a gold shimmer. Since it's Christmas, okay, so it says 36 minutes, and I know I'll edit some of this out, so but I'll try and get a move on. There we go. And do we want anything up there? I kind of like being able to see these holes. So I mean, we could actually use the music as the background this time. That's okay. I'm just going to ink this time, ink the stamp. This is Christmas 1968, so that's the year I was born. It's a New Zealand stamp, 2.5 cents, so it's post-decimal. I think we went decimal 1963. I'm sure there's people out there watching who will correct me if I'm wrong. It was kind of early to mid-60s anyway, and then I quite like it having the words. So there we go. And then this one I'm going to put some little flowers on, as well as the tatting. I think I'm going to have that like that, I think. And some flowers. I've coffee dyed these, so let's just see what happens when I try and take them apart, whether they're gonna stand up to it. They're not quite dry, I don't think. I think they're still a bit damp. I don't even know if I want. I'm wondering if I want a bit of colour on this one, but anyway. I cannot unravel them. You'd think it'd be easy to unravel them after dipping them in coffee. One. Yeah, it is still wet. It's okay. Maybe do a couple of the coffee dyed ones. Super pretty. And maybe I'll get a coloured one to pop in there. Okay, let's start gluing this one down. I love that embossing folder, how that looks. Probably doesn't look as good in real life. I mean on video as it does to me. Okay, I'm just going to glue this on. I'm not sure that I love the composition as much because I really liked that ticket. But that's okay. They don't all have to be the same. But I think it needs something bulkier for this to sit under. So maybe we need the ticket as well. Where are they? There. I'll just cut one off and we'll see if I like it. Well, you basically can't see anything if you use that. Okay. I'm not sure now. Okay. Here we go with the too much thinking. Just see if I like this better. It's a different shape stamp as well, so that might be throwing me. It's more square than rectangle. Okay, so let's just get our little flowers and we'll just see if that... I think it's going to be cute. I think it'll work. Okay, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to glue the ticket down. Lots of glue. Because that's quite bulky. Let's make sure it's up the right way. I think I had it upside down too. Okay, I'm putting that there. For better or worse. And then I'm going to glue the stamp on. And then I'm going to stitch these flowers here. In a little bunch. I'm going to use red thread, but I'm not 100% sure that will look exactly right, but I don't know. There's some red in the stamp and I actually really like sort of a little bit of red with some neutrals. Always looks amazing when other people do it. So let's give it a go and see how we get on. And then we will call it a day because I got a whole lot of editing to do because I've been coughing. Oh boy. You know, you don't cough all day and then you maybe go somewhere where you don't really want to be coughing and suddenly you just can't stop coughing. Maybe it's a slightly psychological thing as well, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold those there and poke some holes randomly and come back up through, and hopefully it will look all right. I went for a, like I said, I went for a lovely walk this morning, and on the way I was thinking, oh yeah, I've got so much to talk about. I'll do a video and catch everyone up on everything, and now I'm sitting here in silent. I can't for the life of me remember what I was going to talk about. I'm hoping I'll have, by the end of the month, I will have a lot more details about the retreat I'm holding next year. So if you're a New Zealand person, or I mean you can come from wherever, it's not for just New Zealand people, but yeah, if you're interested in a craft retreat, that's next May. Really looking forward to that, and already sort of making plans, even though I don't even have registrations out yet, but I will very soon, because I want people to be able to save for it if they need to, have time to pay it off, because there will be that option. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Nervous but excited as well. Something new and different, and just wanting to get people together and like-minded people. Kind of a continuation of the Facebook page, which was I created because I wanted, people to touch base and meet other people in their areas that love paper crafting as much as they do. And yeah, I think it's achieved that goal in some cases. There's been some friendships formed and people have met up, and that's just been amazing, and I've been so, I've been thrilled with it, actually. Okay, so there we go. We've got a little bit of red stitching down the side there. And then I think I would back this, I would back this with something. It wouldn't have to be that. You could back it with anything. But I like the holes that show that it's a Rolodex card. I'm going to try the staple again. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. You have to push them forward and give it a little jiggle and see if that works. Yes. A little bit of rusty goodness there. And right, let's glue this on the back. So yeah, I'm not doing as many YouTube videos. I would happily do things if people were interested in anything specific and they asked me and it was something that I could do, I would do it. And like someone on Instagram said, am I doing a tutorial for this? I wasn't going to, because I had done a video before, and I will link that in the description box so you can watch that one as well if you want to. It's different, same but different. Anyway, there we go. We've got two. I was going to do like a more sort of, sort of retro Christmassy one, but I think that's just long enough. My computer says 53 minutes. I just don't know where the time goes. But these are super cute. I do really like them, I have to say. So this one is just like a little card, a little journaling card. I mean, you can see that staple there through it. So they're not super bulky card. This one is a bit bulkier because it's like double on each side, but that's cool because if you made it as a tab, it means this is going to stand up to a bit of bashing around, which is good. There's the one I made. These are the two I made for the 50 stack challenge here. And these are today's. So there we go. Really happy with those. Hope you make some. Let me know. And tag me if you do. And of course, again, just remembering we have postage up and running. So yay to that. If you're interested in this journal, just contact me through my email or message me. And I'll get back to you and we can talk about that. Otherwise, I will pop it up on my Ko-fi shop and it will just sit there until someone falls in love with it and wants to buy it. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. I hope you're well. I think of you all often, and yeah, thanks so much for your friendship. I'll see you again soon. Bye.